Erling Haaland to Chelsea. Could Chelsea be breaking the bank for the generational superstar, generational talent from the Bundesliga and Borussia Dortmund? We'll find out in this video. Hello and welcome to another video of mine. It's Kemal AA and this is another Chelsea transfer news video for you guys, where I'll keep you guys up to date with all the latest Chelsea news in the past 24 hours. Some big news stories, the biggest one thus far in 2021, Erling Haaland. Big breaking news regarding him, broken by the Athletic. I'll also be speaking about Tomori and how he will be conducting his medical on Tuesday, confirmed by Fabrizio Romano. He's heading to Milan now to complete his 18-month loan move. All the latest news stories, all the details. But before I do anything, make sure you hit the like button, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and let's get straight into today's Chelsea news video for you guys. Now, getting off with the Tomori news out the way, let's get the news out the way, so I can focus on the Haaland news, the Haaland stuff, because that is the most interesting of this video. Now, regarding Tomori, I mentioned yesterday in some news, I gave you guys some extra details regarding the Tomori situation. Fabrizio Romano obviously confirmed that he will be completing his loan move to AC Milan. He will be flying to Milano, and that deal was going to be completed in the next few days, and that is still the case. And of course, he does have an option to buy at the end of that of 30 million euros, and essentially, continuing on from that, regarding the details, Fabrizio has confirmed that Fikayo Tomori will join AC Milan on loan with the buy option of 30 million euros until June. Agreement expected to be signed on Tuesday. Then the player will fly to Milan and the medicals are now pending. So, today's Monday. He will become an AC Milan player, I assume, by the end of this week. I think he will be holding the AC Milan shirt by the end of this week. And as I stressed multiple times before, I think this is a perfect move for his development, for his growth as a player, even growth as a person. I think that, he's a young prospect, a young centre-back who's got a lot to improve on, a lot to grow on. And listen, he will learn a lot from moving to Milan. Even if it's on a permanent deal, I think this is a perfect move for him. Getting that experience off a top centre-back like Romagnoli, that I've wanted for years and years at Chelsea. They're top of the Serie A. They could potentially win the Scudetto for the first time in years. I think that, listen, he will learn a lot from there. In Italy, they're really structured, the defence, the solidity and everything. So I think Tomori will be a good fit in AC Milan. Hopefully he gets sufficient game time that's required for his growth and development. But honestly, I believe that Tomori will succeed at AC Milan, and I think, listen, there is a buy option, meaning that his future at Chelsea is not guaranteed. He could go on and sign for AC Milan permanently, and we do get our 30 million euros, but then he will no longer be a Chelsea player, and he could be the next De Bruyne Salah in a sense of he could go on to be a top centre back, and we missed out potentially. But I think Chelsea are making the right decision. It's a win-win for all parties. AC Milan get a young prospect. It's good for Tomori's future, for his development, growth as a centre-back. He's going to learn a lot instead of rotting on the bench at Chelsea. Chelsea as well, if all things go well, we get £1 million from the loan fee, and we're probably going to get £30 million if he performs AC Milan as well. So more, funds, more money added to the transfer budget. So it's only positives for this club. So I think that, listen, this is a positive for all parties. It's a win-win situation. It's good, I'm happy for him. I know a lot of people are upset by this, but I think we have so many centre-backs on the books, so many centre-backs on the cards. I think this is the correct move for this club. But let's get on to the exciting stuff. And that is, of course, none other than Erling Braut Haaland, the Norwegian superstar, young sensation. We know what player is. I don't need to go into depth. I don't need to go into detail. Let's get straight into what the Athletic have reported. Now, big news written by Simon Johnson. Very, very reliable. When Simon Johnson reports something on the Athletic, it's legitimate. Take it seriously. It's reliable. Chelsea will make a big push to sign Erling Haaland from Borussia Dortmund this summer, even though his release clause doesn't come into effect until 2022. Chelsea are determined to bring a top striker to Stamford Bridge at the end of the season, and that Haaland is the player they want. Now, this is massive news. Now, as I stressed a few days ago when I mentioned Haaland, I said that it would be difficult for Chelsea to sign this summer because he does have a release clause, as I keep stressing. It's around £65 million. However, you can't activate it this summer. It's only available in the summer of 2022. Now, the reason why Chelsea want to pounce on this opportunity now is similarly to what we had with Havertz because of the coronavirus pandemic situation. Clubs have still been hit hard financially from the pandemic. We've still had many lockdowns. Fans are unable to get back into stadiums. The revenues are getting hit hard for clubs, and a lot of clubs are struggling financially, so they're not going to be able to spend major amounts in the summer, which gives Chelsea another opportunity to spend really big. And again, because he hasn't got that release clause, you have to negotiate directly with Borussia Dortmund, and of course a lot of clubs will struggle to do that. Now, listen, this will cost upwards of £100 million, 100%, because you have to negotiate directly. He's Dortmund's best player. He's a generational talent. He's a superstar. He's an absolute goal machine. 35 goals in 35 games in the Bundesliga. That is insane. 16 goals in 16 Champions League appearances. And he's 20 years old. The guy is an absolute beast. He's a machine. Physical, strong, lethal. An absolute monster in the air. And I think that his attributes, his qualities will be perfect for the Premier League. I think he is man-made for the Premier League. He is absolutely superb. And I don't need to mention more. He's a phenomenal striker. I would love him at Chelsea. As I said, because we won this summer, we have to negotiate directly at Borussia Dortmund. This means the top four is imperative, because if you do not secure Champions League football, that will drop our lure, our pull power. Listen, whatever, regardless who the manager is, whether that's Frank Lampard, Thomas Tuchel, Nagelsmann, whoever, we have to get top four, because we have to be able to offer Champions League football, because Dortmund secure Champions League football all the time as well. Yes, we can offer astronomical wages, and of course, we can always agree the transfer fee. But don't forget, we're not the only club in for it. Real Madrid, Manchester City, Manchester United, PSG are all in for Erling Haaland, and so is Chelsea. But Chelsea have made him a priority. He is the number one priority to sign this summer. He is the man they want. This is more of a board signing, for my intuition, for my inkling. I believe it's a board signing. We've been looking at Haaland for quite a while now, scouting him for quite a long time. A lot of clubs have been, a lot of elite clubs have been scouting him for a long time. But this is more of a board sign. This is a signing Roman wants. This is a signing Mourinho wants. It's all of the Chelsea hierarchy want, because he is a sensational talent. He is a goal machine that will bring you 30 plus goals per season, because he is that type of man. He's a clinical beast. And I think that, listen, as I said, it will cost upwards of £100 million. Dortmund are notoriously very difficult to negotiate with. We saw that with the Sancho situation, but we do have good relations. The Pulisic type deal that we secured, the Batshuayi loan move, we do have some good relations with Borussia Dortmund. So I think that we can get this deal over the line. It's all about, will Haaland want to come to Chelsea? Don't forget, Real Madrid is his dream. If they're in for him, he will struggle to be his first choice, because he's going to have a lot of options and choices. We also need to understand that Mino Raiola is agent. Again, notoriously very difficult to handle. He has bad blood with Chelsea because of the Lukaku deal back in 2017. But I think that, if Chelsea really want this player, they will pay the agent fees. Again, Mino Raiola, he will charge astronomical fees. But I think we can get this done. I think that if he's a priority signing, if he's a major signing the club want to sign with, the coronavirus pandemic, Madrid, Barcelona not in fantastic financial situations, I think that Chelsea have a fantastic opportunity to sign him. I generally do. I think we could do a Havertz type deal where, a lot of top clubs are in for him because he's a generational talent. Clubs are unable to afford him because of the pandemic. I think we are in a similar situation. We are in a precarious situation, but a very similar situation as last summer. And I think that this is a deal we can get over the line. We have the pull power. We have the correct board, the owner. We have the finances. We have the pull power. Chelsea is an elite club. And I think whoever, regardless of who the manager is, whether that's Thomas Tuchel, Nagelsmann, Lampard, whoever, will be able to pull Erling Haaland with the players that we already have. Timo Werner, Havertz, Ziyech, Pulisic, Hudson-Odoi, Kante, Kovacic, Gilmour. We have sensational players all across the pitch. And if we secure Champions League football, I think that yes, we are going to be a very, very attractive proposition for Erling Haaland to sign for us, essentially. And I think that, like I said, it's going to be difficult for us to sign him. Don't get it twisted. This is not going to be easy. And listen, if we sign him, build Marina the statue right now. Build her the gold statue, stick it outside Stamford Bridge. Because she has done some, phenomenal work for this football club. Crazy stuff, honestly. And I think that this will be her hardest deal to pull. Yeah, I think Havertz was thus far, but Haaland will be, because of, what he's done at Dortmund, the amount of clubs that are going to be in for him, the price tag. He will basically break our transfer records. We will have to break the bank for Erling Haaland if we want to sign him. He will easily cost upwards of £100 million. This is a mega deal. This is a massive, massive deal. But what do you guys think? Do you even want Haaland at Chelsea? Do you think that Werner's enough? Do you think that we have a lot of attacking talent? Do you think that we should be focusing more on the defensive side? What do you guys think? Leave me your thoughts, opinions. Personally, bring him at all costs. You cannot skip on a generational talent like Haaland. You have the finances to do it. You have the funds to do it. Go and do it. Do it. Because he's already a world-class striker, and he's a generational talent. 20 years old, bagging 35 goals in 35 games in the Bundesliga. It's insane stuff. It's honestly unheard of. He's an absolute machine. I'm convinced that man's not human. We need to be doing all we can to sign Erling Haaland at Chelsea. But leave me your thoughts, opinions in the comment section below. If you did enjoy this video, do smash like bar, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and I'll see all of you guys for my next video. Peace.